Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Soup Breakdown. Today we're going to be looking at the GNW-003 Gundam Throne Drei. The Drei is a support unit, right off the bat. It has some pretty good range with these missiles that home in on target. Even on green lock, they will try and home in. They're not always successful, but they will try, which is really nice. It has this charge shot that does quite a bit of damage and gives a knockdown. It has basic beam rifle that can be fired back to back. Pretty nice. It has this throw that does pretty solid damage. And then, of course, it has the striker, which fires more of the missiles. It is a very good support unit. Where it really shines support, though, is in a 2v2. If you do this, your ally can no longer be targeted. So it's really good. However, in one-on-ones, you can still be targeted. If you're doing a one-on-one, the real advantage of that move is to be able to do this. To just dash to the side with it instead. Which is very good, and I really like that they gave the Drei a one-on-one variant of it. The burst is a Garobi that I missed. I got capitalized on. But I do really like that they gave the Drei an option for when it was doing one-on-ones. That move could still be useful in some way. The Drei also has some surprisingly good melee combos for a support unit. Most of them have a second hit, whereas even like the Ain's side hit didn't really. But what I really like is the pop-up. The pop-up hits far more than a regular pop-up, which means you can really put some damage in on somebody that might be just about to go down. It actually does more damage than a lot of beam rifles in this game, which is really crazy. You have the basic right here, which is pretty nice. I missed with it, but basic melee combo. The Drei is a surprisingly powerful support unit, and I really like that. I like that they didn't just relegate it to a role like the Methis. Because after the Methis, I was really afraid all the rest of our support units would get that treatment. But the Drei is surprisingly good when it comes to that. So then, of course, the question becomes, should you use the Drei? Well, yes and no. If you're planning on doing one-on-ones, I wouldn't really recommend it because the addition of this move doesn't really make up for the fact that most of the rest of this kit is made for support. But if you're playing with someone else, the Drei can be an amazingly good, because of this, an amazingly good support unit where all of a sudden your teammate cannot be targeted anymore for a brief amount of time, which is really, really good. It allows suits like the Zwei that we talked about last time to be able to get in and just do a ton of damage. It allows suits like the Virtue or the Ain's or I would say even things like the new Gundam or Sazabi to really just be able to capitalize. It's especially powerful with a 500, of course, because it not ruins, that's the wrong word. It completely relegates the cost of 500 down to basically 0 for a brief period of time because they can't be targeted. So you have all the power of a 500 with none of the drawbacks, which is really good. However, the Drei struggles a little bit when it comes to its own damage output, which can be kind of unfortunate, other than the melee attacks. Which is what I really need to be going in on here with, but, you know, it's fine. I would say if you like suits that give a lot of utility, you can't go much better than the Drei because you can still do decent damage with your melee combos and you still have a lot of support options. But if you're looking for something that is really good in a one-on-one situation, I can't really recommend the Drei for that. But until next time, I've been Trey. It's been the Full Spectrum. And remember to always enjoy the full spectrum that the Drei has to offer.